Today we're getting into Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway, number 1. We obviously know there's a big return from the Mac coming in July. He's going to be taking on Max Holloway again. This time it's going to be at the welterweight division, so big fight. I'm sure many people are going to be tuning in, and that's why we wanted to go back and check out the first fight here, all the way from 2013. Sam, you have not seen this fight, right?
I have not. No, 100% no. I don't know if I even knew what UFC was then, to be honest with you.
I converted Sam into a UFC fan, guys. Big win over here. And
I think the only thing I knew about UFC at the time was that they played it at sports bars, because my friend used to work at a Boston Pizza and would have to work UFC night, but I didn't really know anything about it.
Yeah. So obviously we know McGregor has a huge history, a long layoff. He's coming back. We'll have to see if he's got any of that ring rust or if he comes back with a new weight division and is packing a lot of muscle, which means he's going to be packing a little more power. So we'll have to find out very soon, but we wanted to relive the first fight and see how that one went. Obviously, both fighters have probably evolved since then, but it might give us some cues on
I'd hope they've evolved in 13 years.
Yeah, it shows you it was a long time ago, huh? Let's get into Max Holloway versus Conor McGregor 1. This is in Boston, I believe.
Taking on that man, 21-year-old Max Holloway.
21.
It'll be interesting to see how
my God, he's a baby.
Pressure fighter, and it's McGregor landing early.
Look how skinny Max looks.
Showing a lot of wild stuff right away. He spent a lot of time in Iceland training with Conor Nelson, and he has a very similar stance. Conor, who is a brilliant Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, but started off as a karate stylist. Oh, look at that front leg hook kick. Where do you see that?
All the kicks.
Very rare.
Kind of forget that Conor has kicks.
One of the things that you're seeing in Conor is this karate-style stance. It's very unpredictable, along with a background in amateur boxing. He was a national amateur boxing champion.
And very much, as you say, shades of Conor Nelson, but just a great fluidity with Conor McGregor, and he continues to land upstairs on Max Holloway.
And that unpredictable nature of his attack makes Max hesitant. He doesn't know what's coming. It could be a front leg hook kick. It could be a front hand uppercut. A lot of wild, unorthodox openings. Good sweep, switch kick by Max there. And that will certainly help him. Those legs are wide, the stance is wide, and if Max attacks those legs, they'll be there for him.
So Joe Rogan's been touting the leg kicks for a good 13 years now.
Literally, and also you just have to laugh at some of the things. If he goes for those legs, they'll be there for him. Like, no, Joe, his legs are going to evaporate. Like,
so, I think you're obviously getting a good perspective on the early Conor, because you're not familiar with Conor so much as to why he's so renowned by so many people. Yeah. Obviously, you saw a little more into his later stuff and the trash talk. We've done some trash talking videos, but you're starting to see here, some of his speed and his striking. Yeah. But even as I said, you kind of forget. When you talk about Conor, you think about him as a knockout artist, but he's already showing he's got a lot of kicks to his game.
Yeah, he's been wearing down like the leg kicks and, kind of distracting him and then coming in with some combinations.
Yeah, exactly.
Another thing to take into account is Max is very good on the ground, and Conor's 2 losses have...
Herb, get your head out of the way.
Submission. Look at this wild stuff. Jumping, switch kick. That front leg hook kick, although you never see it in MMA, you rarely even see it in kickboxing. There was a man named Larry Kelly out of Massachusetts back in the day.
Come on, Maxie, give him a nice snuff in the face.
It was legendary. Bill Superfoot Wallace, another one, famous kickboxer, had a dynamic front leg hook kick. And it's interesting to see Conor McGregor utilizing that technique.
Muscle farm.
It is hard to simulate this type of pressure in training too.
Yeah, that jumping switch kick is very unique too. And he throws with no wind-up. You see he's throwing these kicks, there's no switch, there's no step before he throws them. Very much karate style.
Conor's cooking him.
Yeah, he's definitely keeping the pressure on.
Strikes landed per minute, second only to our UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez in UFC history. But Conor McGregor getting off early and often here as we pass the midpoint of round 1.
That just shows you what a freak Cain Velasquez is, that 145-pound guy and him have a similar output ratio.
They both look so small.
Great distance management.
See the way he's
Especially
throwing that kick?
Max.
It's very much karate style, and he follows it up with a straight left hand, and Max looks a little bewildered there, taking some hard shots. And that's a nice switch. That would definitely help him.
Conor definitely seems way more calm as well.
Movement and take away from the spring of Conor's attack, because it's one of the things that Conor likes to do, like that jumping switch. So few guys do that. Shogun used to do that a little bit in his younger days, but it's just it's an unusual technique, as is that front leg hook kick. There it is again.
It's Joe's favorite terminology.
Hook style.
Superman jab.
And you see the kicks and knees landed, starting to pile up for the Irishman Conor McGregor, and uses that lead hand too to sort of paw and control his opponent.
And hands down. I mean, look where his hand positioning is. He's telling him to hit him. Go ahead, hit me.
Good point.
Beautiful uppercut.
Oh,
Right
nice.
hand over the top by Max. Max needs to get Conor's respect.
Good luck.
And right now, he's just a little confused by all the offense that Conor's throwing his way. He's trying to wheel kick himself, but Conor saw it coming and stepped with it. Conor with the front leg side kick to the thigh.
Max Holloway growing up in a small town in Oahu, Hawaii. Certainly no shortage of mental toughness, and he's hanging in there.
He got clipped. That was a strong straight left there by Conor. Conor's just so relaxed in there. I mean, it's amazing. This is his second UFC fight, very high profile, and look how calm he is in there.
Yeah, he's really calm.
He believes he's immune to pressure, and that is certainly...
There's the head kick. Max is in all sorts of trouble here.
So Conor McGregor doing what he does through 5 minutes here against Max Holloway. So just the way Conor McGregor drew it up through 5 minutes here, and as he said to John...
So
Was that like front somersault flippy thing?
it's just to keep him on his toes and keep the angles. And I think you were saying that also what Joe said. He looks really calm to you, Conor. Yeah.
Like very relaxed.
Yeah, his
Like Max is a little bit more like ooh, 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 and like jumping all over the place, and Conor's just like walking him down, keeping the pressure on, but super relaxed.
I feel like that's kind of played to his detriment more recently. Obviously it's been a while since he fought, but Conor, he's gassed out really quickly, and I don't know if he's been as calm, maybe because he's been pressured a little bit more. His gas tank has always been somewhat of a question, so it'll be interesting to see with all this extra weight that he's carrying if that's going to help or not.
Yeah, true.
But you don't recall if they said Conor's age in this?
I don't recall. No,
I think he must be around Max's age. They said 21 for Max, right? So, and this is only his second fight in the UFC. It's pretty crazy that Conor looked this good at only his second fight in the UFC. So you can see why all that hype was there, right?
Yeah, for sure. They also were saying that he had a karate background and also was a world or a champion in amateur boxing prior to coming into the UFC. True.
So just the way Conor McGregor drew it up through 5 minutes here, and as he said to John Kavanagh in between rounds, not fatigued whatsoever. These are two conditioned featherweights here on display tonight.
He consistently does that jumping switch technique where he lifts up his right leg and then kicks with the left. Oh, good straight left by
Really
Conor.
showing off the boxing,
Max
though.
Holloway's corner imploring him to attack that leg.
And Max's
and to
boxing
follow it
looks
up with a
very
straight right.
green at this point.
To move back and counter
Footwork
McGregor
more than
and get
anything.
his respect, and I think that's imperative at this point for Max Holloway.
Yeah, Max's hands are like down here.
Now, a lot of people have suggested Conor McGregor could be very successful in boxing, and then you see the kicking acumen. Just an absolute pleasure to watch on display here.
Foreshadowing for Floyd Mayweather.
What's also excellent about the way he fights is his recognition of distance. Where he's in trouble, where he's not, and where he can land, and where his opponent can't. Like as Max moves in, you see he's really not there for him. but Max is a little bit more befuddled. And that's the much higher landing ratio that McGregor's showing.
Show you the total strikes to this point
Wow.
in the fight. McGregor 3-1 in terms of the ratio, outlanding Max Holloway. And really uses that lead hand as a rangefinder and not so much a jab.
You know, you can call it 3-1, but it's even more significant than that because it's the only real hard strikes are being landed by Conor.
Right.
So although Max has landed a few shots here and there, they've been
Really
glancing blows.
lining up that
You
straight
see
left.
That straight left by Conor. I mean,
Come
I
on,
don't know
Joe.
how many of these Max can continue to take. You're seeing a lot of swelling in his face, and Conor is just getting loose. There was a good right hand there by Max, but he did it as he was moving. He didn't plant his feet, and there he did. But he got countered. Now he's digging his toes in.
Yep.
And that's what Max has got to do. Gotta land.
It's so crazy because like you see early on here Max's chin, right? You know, like
He's
was
taken a lot of shots.
Yeah, he has, and for a long time that was like Max's thing until more recently that nobody could knock him out, right? And you're seeing that he's getting hit by Conor right on the button. His nose starting, but it doesn't look like he's phased at all. And
Yeah.
that was really Max's forte for a very, very long time, right?
Yeah. Well, you can see that here.
Something significant. He's got to take away some of the confidence of Conor, and he's got to try to hurt him.
Very little wasted motion for Conor McGregor, and you see that
great
nice uppercut
uppercut
on the inside there.
And now he's mixing up his tempo. Look how he's sort of slow baiting him there with like half-speed techniques.
Ooh, nice shot by Max.
Nice left hand there. The crowd responds after that Holloway land.
Yeah, he's getting used to doing that same technique over again, that hop up with the right leg and throw the left kick, and that time Max saw it coming.
Looks like Conor's slowing down a little bit.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice shot.
Straight left again. And good footwork as well.
Classic
Sliding
second
side.
round
There
slowdown.
he comes, that kick.
Ooh, maybe not.
Took him down. Let's see his ground game now.
All right. First time there on the ground.
Holloway has a very good guard. Let's see if he attacks off of his back or if he just tries to hold Conor. Conor trying to step over that right leg of Max Holloway. Right now he's in guard, and he would like to get into a dominant position. Wants to try to step over that leg and then free his right leg as well. So he keeps trying to lift that leg up. Max
Full guard.
recognizes it and closes off his full guard now. Max is also doing a real good job with his left arm. Note how he's clamping down on the back of the neck of Conor. That's to keep Conor from posturing up. If Conor can lift his body up and straighten up, then he can generate power into his strikes. As long as Max is holding onto his neck, he's fairly safe in this position. But here he's not. Now he's not.
Oh.
Now he's in trouble.
Thanks,
Now
Joe.
he's got to use his legs and push Conor off of him and make sure that Conor can't get comfortable enough to land hard blows. Now he's controlling him again. So far, good defense by Max.
I feel like Joe's giving me a tutorial.
McGregor with an overhook, full guard here, and then closes off on his neck with his right arm. Good defense right now from Max. McGregor is very well skilled in psychological warfare as well.
Oh, passing.
And
right now
continues to keep that pressure on,
Yep.
Joe.
But good guard by Max. So far, okay, now
No,
Conor
what are you
sliced
talking
through
about?
it. Nicely done. Nicely done. Max recovered a bit of a quarter guard, not really quite a half guard, but he's just basically got his legs wrapped around the ankle, which is fairly easy to free up. Now it's almost half guard. He's gonna, if he wants to scoot out,
Joe's commentary is
kick off
killing
with
me.
his right leg, he should be free, and he is. Back to half guard, or back to side control.
All right.
So the first 8 minutes of this one, we were up right now. Conor McGregor showing off the ground game here towards the end of round 2. All Conor McGregor to this point of the fight. Now Max.
2-0
My God,
for
Max's
Conor.
face
As
is
we get ready
bust.
for our third.
Sorry?
Said Max's face is bust up.
Yeah. And I think it's 2-0 Conor at this point. And
Also, Joe's giving me a full ground game tutorial, play-by-play.
as always, you can count on that from Joe.
Final round. We're seeing a lot more of Conor McGregor, obviously, after just a 67-second win in his UFC debut.
And there's switching it up with front leg side kicks. Max trying to counter with his kick.
Ooh,
Good right hand by Max.
I would say Max probably has the better cardio, so We'll see how round
And
3
if you're
goes.
Max Holloway, Joe, I mean, what is the strategy in
a
trying to sort
takedown.
of stem the tide here and mute this offense of Conor McGregor?
Takedown from Conor.
I think that what he's going to do is somehow or another get Conor's respect. He's got to land something, or he's got to attempt a submission, lock something up. He's got to do something offensively, and so far he hasn't really been able to generate any offense. And because of Conor's unusual attacks, it started off very badly for him. So the momentum went immediately to Conor's side, and he's never been able to get it back. And
full
now
mount.
Conor
Oh my God.
uses side control and almost mounts him, but a beautiful guard pass by McGregor. He's concentrating on the left arm, but he's also, the way he's wrapping his left arm around the neck of Max Holloway makes me think that he might be thinking about choking him as well. Or he might just move to a mounted crucifix and try to pound him out here. I think that's what he's going to try to do. Nope, mounts. He's going to mount him. Yep. Not quite. It looks like the left leg is still trapped. Max is a very tricky guard. Very good defensively off his back. And Conor's left leg is almost free. And now Max
wow.
rolls him
Great
over, and Max
reversal.
is out. Nicely done by
Good
Max.
job, Max.
Wow.
Back on the ground.
Takedown by
Conor the
McGregor,
wrestler,
but he
I
has half guard
had
from
never
Max.
seen this before.
Max has done a really good job at not allowing McGregor to get the full mount and regaining guard. Good defensive guard, but very little offense here. Like in this position, he's got his right arm around McGregor's head, but he's not even attempting for a guillotine. He's not even trying to threaten it.
A scary proposition to think of Conor McGregor as he continues to work on that offensive jiu-jitsu game, a Brazilian jiu-jitsu purple belt.
Full mount. Now he's got him. And the reason why he got that is because he secured the head and arm. And by doing that and holding on to his arms in that position, he forced Max into a position where Max couldn't put his hands on his hips.
I feel like Conor is talking to him.
Conor has full guard.
I don't exactly know what his
Max
plan is.
Trying to utilize his legs and separate the feet of Conor.
Just to
and
whisper
maybe
sweet
shift his
nothings
hips
into his ear.
and get it back.
Let's go.
Some sort of a half guard or perhaps full guard again. But Max he's being controlled here totally by Conor McGregor. But McGregor not generating anything offensive here.
Just wants to clap his head.
Laying on him.
Bit.
Slap him a little bit.
Weight on that melon. 2 minutes to go in our third and final round.
Putting weight on that melon.
And you see in this third round, almost half the round, Conor McGregor has been in top position.
He's not doing anything offensively from here, though. Now he is. He's moving. Now Max is shifting. Now he's getting some ground and pound in. Now he's got the back. Hard shots by McGregor from the top. Boy, that left arm is a gift wrap right there. He could just take that arm if he wants to.
Armbar it.
Hook it and go. He doesn't want to, though. He wants to hold the position and keep ground and pounding him, and he shifts back to mount. Big shots by McGregor.
What's this camera angle?
Max wraps his arms around him, try to keep Conor from posturing up. Max may try to scoot out the back door.
Smack you upside the head.
An explosion.
I would definitely be
Perhaps underhook
saying
one of those
something while I
legs.
was doing that. I'd just be like,
He's got
clown.
to do something
Clown.
to get out of this mount.
Just annoy the shit out of him.
Now here's shifting. He's shifting. He's out.
Oh,
Nicely done by Max Holloway.
Wow.
And as he gets up, he's greeted by a knee from Conor McGregor. So we are upright again.
Head kick. Look at this. Max is going for it.
All that wrestling's going to take a lot out of you. Oh,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter, though, because he's going to get
Back to the
taken down
floor.
again.
Again, very nice.
Crazy.
So Conor McGregor continues to score. You got to respect the effort of Max Holloway here. Hasn't given up.
Yeah.
But easier said than done.
Poor
when you have a
Max,
guy
he's
like
getting
Conor
cooked.
McGregor doing with you what he wants to do here through much of the fight.
Well, especially the first round was an absolutely brilliant performance by Max. Still dominant.
So the crowd responding here down the stretch. Conor McGregor with a dominant performance here tonight in Boston against Max Holloway.
3-0. 30-27.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds,
his
we go to the
face.
judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 30-27, 30-27, and 30-26. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, the notorious Conor McGregor!
Sam, what are your closing thoughts after watching Max Holloway versus Conor McGregor #1?
Max got cooked.
He did.
Yeah, poor guy. He's also
Poor
so
guy.
scrawny there.
Yes, he's put on a significant amount of muscle. I think we'll see a significant amount from both of them.
I much prefer watching Conor fight than listening to him yap. That's for sure. So
Yeah, maybe Conor will win your heart just yet, Samantha.
slim chance, but we'll see.
All the Conor McGregor fans watching this, I'm sure, are going to love that, Samantha.
I'm just joking. I just feel like he's got a motor mouth on him. So.
Yeah, he certainly does, but he promotes his fights. That's what
Yeah.
he does, right? And that's part of the name of the game. I mean, I guess it's probably pales in comparison to what we just heard with Hamzat Chimaev and Sean Strickland.
Oh my gosh.
And that was definitely not legit trash talk. So, anyways, Conor, I think, surprised me a lot with this. I don't recall this fight, honestly. I thought I've seen it, but maybe I saw it one time. Maybe I saw it live, never watched it again. I don't know. But I was really surprised by the wrestling. We hear so much about his stand-up and so much about, his abilities on the feet. But this really showcased that he, at one point in his career, was willing to wrestle for that win. And really interesting. I mean, especially, who knows? I mean, maybe we'll see that from Conor this time around. It would be a shock, but he did it in the first time around. We know that sometimes history repeats itself. And he's going to be coming in as a heavier weight. And we just saw that Charles Oliveira, absolutely dominated Max on the ground.
Yeah.
And he could not do anything. So who knows? Maybe Conor's
Maybe
thinking to
he'll
myself,
be like, there's a good game
I
plan.
remember that. I dominated him on the ground too. So maybe my game plan is going to be not what anybody expects. And I would honestly, I would love to see a knockout. I would love to see a stand-up fight first and foremost. But I would also be pretty entertained if we saw McGregor just, take it to the ground and dominate him. That would be something totally unexpected, I'm sure.
Yeah, it'll also be interesting with them both being heavier too, right? Because obviously with them being heavier, like it's harder to get someone off of you when they're heavier on top of you, but also the knockout power is going to be more as well, right?
Yeah,
So,
the odds are certainly favoring Max Holloway to a great degree, and it's understandable why. But I think they're shaded too far, personally, for in Max's favor, because of this is a big weight class for Max, as we just saw. He's a skinny guy to begin with, and he struggled to go up to lightweight initially. He then put on weight the proper way, but this is another weight class up. It's another 15 pounds. That's a lot to add. So
I think it's also like very hard to judge what's going to happen when somebody takes so long off fighting.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Like it's kind of like
well,
a
that's
wild
the
card.
difference. So Conor's had a lot of time to put on this mass,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So we'll find out very, very soon, guys. Let us know who you think's going to win down below in the comment section. Let us know if you had seen this one before, if it brought back memories for you or what. But have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.